Hello again, it's Miss Gross. So I wanted to read this book to you and um, talk to you about a little super easy little making project you could do to go with this book at home. But I think this book is a really good book, especially for now, if we're stuck at home with our siblings and if there's, you can't go out, you can't get away from people sometimes, and people start to annoy each other sometimes. I don't know about your family. My family, definitely that would be happening. So it's a especially good time to think twice about what you're saying, your tone, how you treat other people that are around you, because um, it's hard for everybody, and you need to think about how everybody else is feeling and how what you say might make them feel. Now, I know some of you have had this book already with your teachers in class, and some of you did this with me last year. I did the book in Makerspace. We never, unfortunately, totally finished the project for it, but that's okay. I think this is a really good book for kids to start thinking about how to make people feel better and how sometimes we can make people feel bad by accident. So you always want to think about it. So we're going to read the book, and then at the end I'll talk to you about a little thing that you could do at home. Okay? Okay, so this is called Have You Filled a Bucket Today? A Guide to Daily Happiness for Kids by Carol McLeod, illustrated by David Messing. All day long. Oh, sorry. And please read along. I'm putting the cursor under the word so you can read along with me. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have buckets. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. Your bucket has one purpose only. So purpose is a reason for being. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full. She looks pretty happy. And you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Aww. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, like this guy, and they're sad when their buckets are empty, like this lady. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So, how do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. See, these girls look like they're making fun of her. This one's ignoring her. And her bucket is dripping all the good stuff. That's bucket dipping. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too. Many people who dip have an empty bucket. They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. Both smiling there because both their buckets are full. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. Well, not right now, we're not taking the bus, but he has a bucket too, but maybe when we come back to school. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you. Again, when we get back to school, right now we're not playing with people we don't know. You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places for all. Look at that. All those full buckets connecting. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So, why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's you. Okay, so you're stuck in your house and you're seeing the same people every day and you can't really get away from them. You really want to be being a bucket filler because that's going to make everybody at home feel good, and then your whole home will feel good. Now, maybe you already do this, and if you do, that's fantastic. You're already a bucket filler. Keep doing it. Okay, but if this is something that you forget to do or it's not something you automatically think about, now's the time to start thinking about it. Everybody's stressed out right now. And it's very hard. You can't even really go outside that much to get away if you feel like you just need to have some time to yourself because we're not supposed to be going outside too much. So practice being a bucket filler. Really think about stuff before you say it, and consciously, on purpose, think about some nice things to say to everybody that's in your household with you. Something cool that you might be able to do is make a bucket for everybody in your house, or have everybody work together and make a little bucket. You could do it with some cups, anything that, you could put little pieces of paper in. You could even use just bags or something if you have them. And then every day, make sure you're putting a little note in everybody's bag everybody's bucket in your household. That would be a bucket filling note. I don't know, here's some examples that I can think of. If one of your parents or an adult is cooking a meal every day for you, you can say, thank you for cooking dinner every day, or thank you for making breakfast every day, or whatever they're doing. If you share a room and you know that your brother or sister is taking extra pains to clean up your mess, not your mess, sorry, their mess. Thank them for cleaning up their mess. Thanks for cleaning up your mess today. Or thanks for keeping our room neat. Actually, that's a better way to say it. Thanks for helping to keep our room neat. That's more positive. You could just, usually any parent or grandparent or adult relative, they're going to love it if you just say, I love you, or thank you for being my mom, aunt, uncle, whoever. So you could think of some other little thing for every day. You can repeat them, just not the same one every day, because then it doesn't sound as good as if you rotate them, right? But, think of 5 or 6 things to say, or if you can do it, 7, so you have one for every day of the week, and make little buckets at home. Everybody can have their bucket somewhere, and just write little notes and put them in there every day. And then you'll be being a bucket filler, and you'll feel good because you'll be making somebody else feel good. And if everybody in the household is feeling good and positive and like they have full buckets, then it's going to be a lot easier to stay cooped up inside with all those people. Okay, so I know a few grades last year in Makerspace. We made buckets out of plastic cups, and we put stickers on it. You don't need all that stuff. Your bucket can be made of anything. You just need to have something that will hold some little notes that people can put in there for each other. That's it. So I hope you like this book. I love this book. It's one of my favorites because it's so positive, and it helps us learn to how we can make other people feel good. And it, as they said in the book, it doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't take that much time, but you can really make a big difference in people's lives. Okay, and oh, if you do make buckets, whatever they're made of, I'd love to see pictures of them. So if you end up watching this video and reading along with this book and doing buckets in your house, I'd love to know. If I have a Google Classroom for you, please put it in my Google Classroom. You can put a note in there to me. And later on, maybe I can show you how to get your pictures from your phone to the Google Drive so you can use them and put them in a doc and put them in Google Classroom. That's for another time. Okay, bye for now.